Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another one from this Grindhouse Experience 20 feature film collection. This one's On Emmanuelle with 2 N's. Let's check it out. Meet Emmanuelle. She's on a plane. She's actually married to the French ambassador to the UK.
Good, are you coming?
And then she sneaks off with somebody else into the airplane lavatory. She arrives home.
All over the house. Emmanuelle, you're naked.
Sacre bleu! I forgot I wasn't wearing a dress.
Kenneth Williams plays
But don't forget our little
her hubby.
still stands. As long as you don't object to my bodybuilding, I don't object to you finding your pleasures elsewhere.
He's not interested in her at all.
There's not much to hide. Snow White makes the incredible shrinking man. Thank you, lady.
She's in a cab.
I want to see the guards getting changed.
Duty. Do you know, you could strip off in front of one of them guards, and he wouldn't bat an eyelid.
We shall see about that.
So that's in fact what she does. She tries to tease the guard to get a reaction out of him. She was not successful, but there's a good reason for it.
Hello there, Ducky. Tell me, Lawrence, do you, believe in free love?
Or she is trying to seduce somebody else. She doesn't stop.
Amorous experience.
They decide to tell each other their best sexual stories.
Your impressions. Who is going first?
I'll go first.
And then we see those stories played out.
Between us, chicks, I was about to satisfy myself for my irresistible bastard, and he went,
Now it's her turn.
My most unusual experience happened in a laundrette. As anyone knows, laundrettes are better than pubs if you're after a pickup.
I didn't know that.
And yet another story where the clothes come off while they're jumping out of an airplane.
It was all so wonderful, so dangerous.
It's me to help you to do the things you like.
I like doing the things I like with you, as well as with others I like.
Sooner or later, Emmanuelle, you are going to ruin our marriage if you insist on trying to drag me into your silly amours. And for goodness sake, cover yourself up.
Then she kind of gets stalked by that guy who was on the airplane that she had relations with in the toilet.
But I don't want to marry your husband.
I should hope not.
Do you love him?
Sometimes.
You don't sound sure.
Oh, yes. I'm sure I love him sometimes.
Well,
Later on, she sees Harry Hernia, the bodybuilder, on television.
to match him. That's Harry Hernia. He has the most highly developed rectus femoris in the whole of Britain.
Has he?
And with that stalker guy following, she goes to meet Harry Hernia.
Now let's have a look at you.
Well, what's the verdict?
You definitely need more exercises. I had to ring you.
Why?
Because I want to tell you that I love you.
You love me? Oh, Lawrence.
Pardon what you said?
Oh, nothing.
I love you.
Theodore, you don't fall in love with someone like me.
Don't do what I ask. I should be forced to do something drastic. Oh. Now you're laughing at me again.
Goodbye, Theodore. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Now we're at the soccer stadium, and all these soccer players are getting injuries, or I should say, faking injuries, running into the locker room, meeting up with Emmanuelle. And they're all basically taking turns. And while that's going on, her stalker guy collecting evidence. And then she gets kidnapped.
Ooh la la, Ray. I know you're a big man, but this is ridiculous.
Move!
Must I? It's very nice like this.
Get in!
Do something totally ruthless to bring you to your senses.
He lets her go, but then he brings all that stuff to the
I
press.
won't be interested unless all this is authentic, you know.
It's authentic, all right. I've got the pictures here to prove it.
Well, now, what else has this broad been up to?
It's all down there.
Including with the Prime Minister, so it's a big scandal now.
Because of his wife's alleged misconduct in high places, the President of the Republic has indicated that the ambassador may be recalled and dismissed.
Because of the allegations, will you now take this opportunity to deny the allegations that have been made against you?
No.
You won't take the opportunity, or you won't deny them? Which?
Both.
He won't catch a madam.
Quiet.
Go.
Stalker is distraught now.
Mother.
It all backfired.
The country must be starving.
Don't you understand? I love the Emmanuelle. I mean, I can't live without her. I can't do anything right.
She got in bed now.
You'll never believe me when I tell you. The ambassador.
Which one?
Her husband.
Oh. Well, I suppose a change is as good as a rest.
So, yep, she's sleeping with her husband now.
That was wonderful, Dad.
And guess what?
Old Richmond's had a rise.
I am talking about a baby. I am pregnant.
Oh, I feel faint. I must sit down. Oh, I've come over queer. I'm going to be a father.
He replaced her birth control pills.
They weren't exactly harmless.
What were they?
They were fertility pills.
And that's our movie. All right, let's talk about Carry On Emmanuelle from this Grindhouse Experience 20 film feature collection. So, this is a movie that showed up on cable back in the 80s. I actually did see part of it. It's one of those movies that I saw a clip of that I always remembered for years and years, but I had no idea what movie it was until I saw it, oh God, maybe in the mid-90s or so. It was that scene where she's trying to tease the guard at the palace or wherever that was, and she's like, you know, lifting up her pants or lifting up her skirt and stuff and flashing him. I remembered that scene, but I had no idea what it was, and then it's Carry On Emmanuelle. So anyway, this was part of the long-running Carry On British movie series. I think this was the last one, or maybe they made one more in the 80s. I'm not sure, but it was one of the very last ones. And I know nothing about that series at all. I think I do have one other movie of that series, but I've never seen it. But they were all, I think, just silly comedies, and now they're also trying to latch onto the Emmanuelle thing, too. By the way, Emmanuelle in this movie title has 2 N's. I noticed that today for the first time ever. It's wrong on all my movie lists. I have it down as 1 N. I was always used to the Emmanuelle movies having 1 or 2 M's, but not an N. But they did that for legal purposes, so it's not too confused with the other Emmanuelle movies. Well, they confused me anyway. Anyway, the story here, the woman who's Emmanuelle, she's married to the French ambassador to the UK. And they don't have sex in their relationship. She has sex with everybody she can get her hands on, and he's okay with it. But she actually wants to have sex with him because, you know, it's her husband, but he doesn't put out, and he's more worried about lifting weights. Meanwhile, she just sleeps around with everybody else. And then she meets this guy on an airplane that she has sex with, and the guy becomes obsessed with her, kind of follows her around, says he loves her, wants to marry her, wants her to leave her husband. She refuses, of course. At one point, he kidnaps her, lets her go, follows her around, takes pictures of her with other men and stuff, and then decides to sell that to the press. He threatened her, said, I'm going to do this if you don't, be with me. She didn't give a shit. She goes on TV because it's a big scandal because apparently she slept with the Prime Minister and all kinds of other people. And she goes on TV and the guy's like, so do you deny these allegations? She's like, nope. So do you regret any of these things? Nope. She fully admits to it all. And then I didn't show up, but she starts to undress the TV announcer then on live television. Ultimately, she goes back to her husband and they sleep together once. And then he tells her later on, or actually she announces to him later on that she's pregnant. She couldn't figure out because she's on the pill. And he says, well, I replaced your pills with fertility pills. And then the last scene in the movie, they have like 6 babies. So there you go. That is Carry On Emmanuel. I don't know. It wasn't a great film by any means. Just this little silly sex farce. Not a whole lot of nudity in it, to be honest with you. Could have used a little more. The actress who played Emmanuel, I can't remember her name. Was it Suzette something like that? I don't know. She actually was only 21 years old when she made this, which to me, she looked like she could have been 10 years older than that, 10, 12 years older than that. But nope, in fact, her husband was like 31 years older than her. So, and I think this is the only movie she ever did a nude scene in. It was very brief, a couple of very brief scenes. But that's pretty much it. And she was the only actress, I think, who got naked in this movie. Although her husband, played by Kenneth Williams, I think he was a Carry On regular. He had a bare butt scene a couple times in here. So, but anyway, that's Carry On Emmanuel. I think I have a pre-recorded VHS of this movie. I think Paragon put that out, I don't know, maybe. And I got it on DVD here. It certainly isn't great quality at all on here. I did notice there is another DVD out there. It says special edition, but I have a feeling it's not a great copy either. So I don't know if there is a great copy of Carry On Emmanuel out there. I don't know if you even care for one. It's interesting. Every time I hear that word Carry On Emmanuel, that title, I always think that Kansas song, Carry On Emmanuel. That's what I think of. I don't know. And it'll be stuck in your head forever too now. So anyway, check it out. Carry On Emmanuel. Curious if anybody else has seen this strange little relic. Let me know. Leave some comments and watch it. Bye. Carry on, Emmanuel. You've got boobies that are swell.